I would first like to thank the organizers, the staff, and the volunteers for this amazing event. I want to humbly thank Spurwink for this honor, particularly Eric Meyer, our president, who has been unfailingly supportive of the Spurwink Child Abuse Program. I want to thank my co-honorees for the incredible work that they do. I also want to thank my family, especially my 3 children, my friends and co-workers who are here, in particular my wife Laura, for putting up with me and for all the support that they have given me over the years. It is said that our lives teach us who we are. I also believe our work, our family, and our friends teach us who we are. And if we take those lessons to heart, it can only make us better, more caring adults. I most particularly, though, want to thank Spurwink. Let me tell you what a special organization Spurwink is. After pediatric training and practice in the West, then emergency medicine training in the East, I found myself in Waterville, Maine in 1981 practicing emergency medicine. Shortly after I arrived, children began at first trickling and then flooding into our emergency room with concerns over child sexual abuse. Doctors had overseen the occasional case of physical abuse, but this was new and unprecedented. Why did this happen? On the heels of the women's movement, women and children were asked if they had been victims of child sexual abuse. 20% of those questioned said yes. The next logical question for these children and their families was, are there any injuries? So children began showing up in emergency rooms and pediatric offices, not just in Waterville, Maine, but around the country. With my experience in pediatrics and in emergency medicine, along with my career-long interest in family violence, the heart of darkness of our society, I was the obvious choice to see these children. Luckily for me, and luck has always played an outsized role in my career, the maternal child health administrator there, Bruce Cummings, and the director of child welfare, Sandy Hodge, helped me to develop the first, a part-time, and in 1988, a full-time child abuse evaluation clinic. Staff besides myself included a secretary, social worker, medical assistant, and psychologist. By 1993, we had outgrown the resources or forward-thinking no small community hospital. As I looked around the state for a new program location, I met Harvey Berman and Jack Rosser, then directors of the Spurwink School. I asked them if they were interested in a child abuse program, and their immediate and unqualified answer was yes. Not, what will it cost us? Not, will it pay for itself? Most child abuse programs around the country don't. But yes, when can you start? Currently, the Spurwink Child Abuse Program evaluates 1,200 children and 250 adults a year from throughout Maine. We have 3, soon-to-be 5 satellite locations outside of Portland, and the staff consists of 4 social workers, 3 medical providers, 4 psychologists, and 4 support staff. We also have evaluation services for children newly into foster care, for children with failure to thrive, and we house the Cumberland County Children's Advocacy Center under the directorship of our program director, Joyce Winson. With the support of the Office of Child Family Services, we'll be adding another physician and expanding our services even more throughout the state. Many of my co-workers are here tonight, and I would ask them to stand. Of the 300 or so medical child abuse programs around the country, ours is the only one located within a mental health institution. Most are in hospitals. Ours is the only one that has social work interviewers, psychologists, and medical providers working together under the same roof. Spurwink is responsible for this amazing program, and I thank everyone at Spurwink with all my heart. In the introduction to a book I will be publishing in early 2018 with Prager Press entitled What Happened in the Woodshed, The Secret Lives of Battered Children and the New Profession Protecting Them, I talk about meeting an elderly woman in 1984 as I was finishing a lecture. I was just starting my career as a child abuse pediatrician. She came up to me and told me how her now profoundly damaged adult son had been repeatedly taken into the woodshed and beaten by his father. I've often thought about that mother and her story. I've often wondered, as she did, what exactly happened to her son in that woodshed. No one will ever know. His father is dead, and the son can't speak. Child abuse is the greatest secret of all. It is a secret to family members who don't see it, to professionals who don't understand it, to politicians who neither see it nor understand it. But child abuse is not a secret to everyone. A well-trained and experienced child abuse medical provider can deduce, much like Sherlock Holmes, how an injury was inflicted from the injury itself. The crime scene of a child's body can, through careful medical analysis, lead us inexorably back to what happened, sometimes to who did it, and most revealingly to why it happened. Child abuse is also not a secret to the many well-trained and experienced social workers, psychologists, child welfare workers, and detectives who tirelessly strive to identify abuse and protect children. Child abuse work is hard. It is sad and painful and not always gratifying. However, child abuse work can be incredibly rewarding. When a child is saved from abuse, when a child is found to not be abused and kept with their family, when a child can be successfully reunified with a rehabilitated family. But in the end, child abuse is unrelenting. It seeps into every aspect of our lives, even as we struggle to keep it away. Battered babies, mentally crippled children, damaged and sometimes damaging adults. Only with the help of family, friends, colleagues, and Spurwick itself have I and my team been able to face each day with the stubborn, unyielding belief that today a child will be saved, today a family will be rehabilitated, today child abuse will be prevented. Thank you.